Welcome, engineers. Today we're going to take a default MagicMirror install and turn it into something good that actually works for you. We're going to walk through the config file, edit the modules that ship out of the box, clean up the display, and then add third-party modules, a better calendar, live sports scores and information, and a background image slideshow. If you haven't seen the install video yet, there's a link in the description below. Otherwise, let's get into it. First thing we want to do is take a look at the config file and figure out what's already in there by default. So I'm going to open the config.js and scroll through the modules. You'll see 4 modules out of the box: a calendar, a compliments module, a weather module, and a news feed. We're going to keep the calendar, well, sort of, you'll see in a minute. We're going to update the weather, and the compliments and news feeds are getting the boot. Not really what we're after for a clean display. You'll also notice the weather is showing the wrong city. That's because the default config ships with a placeholder latitude and longitude, and we'll fix that in a couple of minutes. Okay, here's the thing about our default calendar module. We're going to keep it in the config, and we need it to work, but we're really not actually going to use it to display anything. The third-party calendar we're installing later, CalendarExt3, uses the default calendar module under the hood to pull in events. So we still need it to point at our actual calendar. I'm using Gmail, so I grabbed the secret iCal address from Google Calendar settings, and I dropped that into the URL field in the default calendar module. Save, reload, and we'll see the default calendar pop in with our sample events. We'll come back and clean this up visually once the ext3 module is installed. Next up, the weather module. I live in Kansas City, so I'm dropping in the latitude and longitude of Kansas City right here. You can grab these from any Maps app. Just right-click your city and copy the coordinates. Pop those into the lat and the lon fields, save and reload, and the weather snaps to where you actually live. While we're here, I want to move the clock. By default, it's sitting wherever in the top left. I want it in the top right corner. Personal preference. I'm also going to turn off the seconds because watching the seconds on the wall display is a little annoying. Set display seconds to false, change the position to top right, save it, reload, and you'll see the clock slide to right where we want it. All right, time to do some cleanup. First on the chopping block, the compliments module. I reloaded the mirror just in time to catch it say, "Hey there, sexy," which, yeah, that's definitely not the vibe I'm going for on a wall-mounted display in my kitchen. So we're pulling that whole module block out. Now, after I edited the weather module earlier, you might have noticed there's actually a second weather block hanging out below it. That's left over from the default config. We don't need 2, so let's pull that one out as well. Last default module to go, the news feed. Not what I want on a display. Delete it. Save, reload, and check our display. Calendar in the top left, clock top right, weather looking right. Before we start installing third-party modules, I want to make sure that there is nothing in our modules folder already. I changed directories to the modules folder and list anything in that directory with ls. Lo and behold, there is nothing in there. So we have a nice clean modules folder. We have a clean display that we've already cleaned up, and we are ready to go and start installing these third-party modules. Now we're going to grab 3 modules in one shot using a chain command. CalendarExt3 for calendar, BackgroundSlideshow for the rotating images, and MyScoreboard for sports. And right away, we hit our first snag. MyScoreboard came back with an authentication error. That's because I grabbed the wrong repo. Some MyScoreboard forks out there are private and require auth, and that's what we don't want. Quick note here, I'm going to put the exact repos I recommend in the video description, so if you're following along, use those. The ones on screen might not be the final ones I land on. So I grabbed the correct repo, clone it again, and now we're good. Now each of these modules is basically its own little node project, which means each one needs its own dependencies installed. So we cd into each module folder and run npm install, the package manager, to install the dependencies. I'm chaining all these together with double ampersands again, so it just runs straight through. Let it do its thing. This can take a minute or 2 depending on your Pi, so it's a good moment to grab a coffee perhaps. All right, calendar time. I'll be honest, I did a little bit of troubleshooting here that I'm going to spare you the play-by-play on, but here's the key takeaway, and this is the part that tripped me up the first time. The default calendar module has to stay in the config to actually fetch the iCal feed. CalendarExt3 doesn't pull the data itself, it just consumes whatever the default calendar module already pulled in and renders it way nicer. So in your config, you should see both the default calendar module and CalendarExt3 sitting next to each other or somewhere else in the config. If you only have ext3, you'll get a blank calendar. Save, reload, and there we go. 2 test events showing up, formatted way nicer than the default working calendar. Now for the scoreboard. You'll notice I've got the config already prepped over here in a text editor. That's because I have a working setup on another Pi with my teams already configured. So I just want to copy it over. You'll see a bunch of Boston-based teams in here because, well, that's where my loyalties lie. Sorry, not sorry. Paste it in, save, reload, and nothing. The scoreboard area is dead, so something's wrong. Let's check the logs. I'm running PM2 logs. I've pared the command down a bit to keep the output readable on screen, and right away I can see the error. Couldn't retrieve data for provider, followed by a URL. So I tried that URL, and in fact, it doesn't load, which means whoever last maintained this repo has a stale scores provider URL baked into the module. Now, if you're hitting this fresh and you don't have a working version to reference, my advice is to just try a different MyScoreboard fork. There are several maintained ones out there, and the one in the description should be current. Lucky for me, I have a working Pi I can pull the right URL from. So I'm going to use sed to do a find and replace inside the module config and swap the dead URL for the working one. Quick grep to confirm the change took, and yep, new URL is in there. Reload, and there we go. Bruins, Celtics, Red Sox, and a couple random teams to keep track of friends' sports teams as well. And it's live. Last module, the background slideshow. I'm pulling this config up in the desktop text editor again because honestly, it's easier to read than Nano on screen when I'm configuring it on the Pi. You'll see the config is pointing to a folder called Demon Pi Images. Yeah, my Pi is named Demon Pi. Figured I'd put a little spin on the usual demo Pi pun you see in tutorials. Anyway, that folder needs to exist on the Pi and it needs to have images in it. So I drop a few photos into that folder, hop back to the terminal, and the logs are absolutely covered in red. Why? Because when I copied the config from my other Pi, the file path was pointing to wherever the Pi keeps its images, not this Pi. Now, heads up, the path I showed you on screen a second ago is actually the right one for this build, so we should be totally fine. I'm just pointing out an error that I actually had when I initially copied the config in. Let me just reload and confirm, and there it is. Photo displayed, dead center, beautiful. So that's it. We've got a working display set to auto start on boot with multiple third-party modules pulling in real data. Our calendar, sports scores, weather, and a custom photo slideshow. From a default install to a fully personalized display in one session. In the next and final video in our series, we are going to build a custom MagicMirror module from scratch. One that pulls in live subscriber counts from the Intelligence Quest YouTube channel and displays it right on the screen. If you want to see that, hit subscribe so you don't miss it. Drop a comment if you have any snags following along. And as is always the case, engineer, break stuff, and have fun. We'll see you next time. Let's go.